Yeah. When you ride the horse with one hand, regardless of the reason, you're riding him with one hand because your way of riding depends on two hands, and you usually collect the rein, but you just want to give him the rein for a couple of seconds or minutes to just relax. Or your way of riding depends on riding him with one hand, like for example the Western style or the Spanish style or whatever. Usually when you use one hand, when the horse is prepared for it or ready for it, and you turn the horse right or left, when it comes for the rein itself, I'm not talking about the spurs or the inside leg or the outside leg, I'm talking about the rein itself, the orders from the hand. When you turn the horse left, usually you are collecting or pulling the right side more. That's why the horse moves left with the outside neck and moves right with the outside neck. So he moves left while looking at the right side, or he moves right while looking at the left side, because your hand will pull him more from the outside side or rein. If I'm riding with one hand and I'm moving right, the left rein over here is pulled more, and the opposite. So the horse will get used to the idea of always looking to the opposite direction of the turn, or the direction you want him to go to, or looking to the opposite direction of the direction you are moving at. For example, you want to go right, he always looks left while moving right. You want to go left, he always looks right while moving left. You are moving forward, usually he will be looking right more or left more. It's not just because of him, or it's because it's his right to do that and so on. It's because what you taught him with your hand, which is the outside rein is always collected more when you turn him to the inside side. While moving right, I'm usually pulling or collecting the left side more. While moving left, I'm usually collecting the right side more. So it is something you made him get used to. It's not just something you give him the right to do or whatever. To remind him about how much control you have over his mouth or his to remind him about how much control you have over his mouth, or this direction of so with one hand, when he spooked, I was able to completely stop him. To remind him about how much control you have over him, for example, right now, I'm controlling the right side, that's the left side. I'm controlling the outside area that he wants to run away with, and he's not able to run away. And look at my leg, I'm kicking him, and he is not able to bolt or buck away. And he's afraid of it. Now I'm moving him, he's not able to bolt or buck. Stop, move back, and it's all with one hand. Now, if I wanted to control the direction of the mouth, while moving right, he's looking right, he's moving forward and he's looking right, I want him to look left, and the opposite. What I do is very simple. With the side finger, like that, move it to the outside. So I do this, then I move left. So he moved the mouth right, then moved left. And the opposite if you are using the right hand. So with the side finger, move the inside rein to the inside, then move the shoulder to the outside. So he goes left while looking and pointing his nose and eyes to the right side, and the opposite. If you don't do that while riding the horse with one hand, he will get used to the idea of moving the mouth or looking at the direction that is the opposite to the direction that you want him to go to or head to. That, with time, teaches the horse to give you the neck and look at one direction and move away from it with his body. The idea of changing the direction suddenly without your permission comes from that habit. So while cantering, while being spooked, like he was spooked a couple of seconds ago or minutes ago, if I was riding him in a different way, he would have looked at the ditch or the hole and moved his body away from it, and I will fall down immediately from his back, especially when you are riding bareback without a saddle. But when you are used to controlling the outside shoulder, when he wants to look at you and spook away from the flash or the phone, I'm able to make him look away from it and move his body towards it. He will not be able to make me lose my balance. I am the one who's going to be controlling his balance, which will make him choose to not make me lose my balance. So instead of keeping yourself on the horse's back, balance the horse beneath you or below you, and he will move in a balanced way that will make it very easy for you to stay on his back. So your side finger to the inside side of the rein to make him look at it more, then move to the outside. So he will move left while looking completely right, or the opposite. He will look left while moving completely right. Now, I'm not talking about the side walking or the idea of moving with the outside leg or the inside leg. That's a completely different subject. I'm talking about controlling the horse's neck position or mouth position or even side position with the hand, with the rein, while holding it with one hand, not two hands.